was time to go to church, I got suited up. I took a shower, and ate breakfast. When I got there it was empty. I only saw one man. He was sitting in the first row of the seats. I was waiting and waiting. My wife came, and still nothing. The man was looking at his phone. I wasn't sure what he was doing. The man left and went to his car. We were still waiting. Then the preacher finally came. He started to speak about video games, but anyways, none of this stuff was really important. The man came back, but this time sat one row behind us. I could hear it. When I looked back, you wouldn't believe what I saw. He was basically faceless with red eyes and creepy, serious face. I acted like I ignored it, but really creeped out inside. My heart was racing, but I managed to forget about it. 45 minutes passed, and my wife told me that she had to use the restroom, and told me to wait here, so I waited. She didn't come back for a while, so I ran to the restrooms, but I saw many cops arresting the faceless man. I ran to them and asked them what happened. They explained the man was trying to assault my wife. I felt relieved. Imagine what had happened to my wife if she didn't enter the women's restroom. It would be a whole different story. It was time to go to church. I hurried to suit up and drive to church. When I got there, it was packed, but I managed to find an empty seat. The preacher came and started preaching. It went dark. It was a bit creepy, but the preacher said he would fix it. We waited for a long while, until we decided to check what happened and why the preacher was taking so long. When we got there, the preacher seemed confused. He kept trying to turn the light back on, but it didn't seem to work. We tried, but still nothing. We got back to the seats and the preacher said that they had to cancel church today. That's when we heard shouting. I ran to the exit, but it was blocked. I ran and hid somewhere. The men shouting came inside. They were armed. They looked everywhere. I sneaked out to the emergency exit. It was blocked. I ran outside to my car. I could hear shooting inside, but I drove off home. I definitely don't like remembering that. Our church was huge, shiny, and rich. When I got there, I waited about 8 minutes. The preacher came, but something wasn't right. He had a hood. When he got there, he went to some room. He was in there for about 1 minute. He came out, and looked at us. I almost fainted when I saw his face. He basically looked like a reaper. He laughed and everyone screamed and ran. I ran too, and ran to the exit. It was blocked. The emergency exit was also blocked. I didn't know what to do. I hid, because that was the only thing I could do. He came walking laughing. He broke everything, and I tried to stay calm. He left, and I sneaked out and drove off. The next day, the church was all ruined. It didn't look nice anymore. It was probably all because of the Reaper-looking guy.